Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. You can give a super thanks below if you like the segment. And also, tonight at around 10:30 p.m. Eastern, I will have a live stream. Be here. The live streams have been fantastic. We always have a fun time. Exclusives. This is the Daily Mail. Trump considers criminal charges for USAID staff after Doge uncovered wild abuse. Then you have Fox News. USAID head Peter Morocco tells lawmakers he's eyeing potential criminal charges for foreign aid fraud. Morocco has been tasked by Trump with dismantling the agency responsible for administering foreign aid. And then you have The Hill. Trump administration considering criminal referrals to USAID fight. Hit subscribe to this channel. Here is why, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll get to the Daily Mail article.
Well, many ideas, but look, he's done a great job. Look at all the fraud that he's found in this USAID. It's a disaster what the people, radical left lunatics, they have things that nobody would have even believed. The whole thing with $100 million spent on you-know-what, with money going to all sorts of groups that shouldn't deserve to get any money. With the money, I'd like to see what the kickbacks are. How much money has been kicked back? Who?
So here is where the potential fraud and the potential criminal indictments and criminal charges stem from. I read, so you don't have to read, all the fact-checking. I read Rolling Stone, Washington Post, New York Times, all of these wonderful, very esteemed and renowned and respected organizations. All of the fact-checking articles pertaining to Trump and Doge and even the topic of T-mice, we won't get into it too greatly right now, but this is what all the fact-checking articles ignore. Number one, Congress did not allow USAID to give funds to various bizarre causes. Okay, $20 million projects, $20 million for Sesame Street in the Middle East. Nobody in Congress said, we're going to vote for this. Not one person, not one Democrat has ever campaigned on operas or cartoons or textbooks or very bizarre and just very, very frightening experiments. Not one Democrat has ever said, yes, $20 million for Sesame Street in the Middle East, $100+ million for contraceptives in the Middle East, $100+ million, what is it, about 20 to 40 million for tourism in parts of the world. No one has ever said, we want this money to be spent in this way. The fact-checking organizations or the fact-checking articles never address the primary concern of Doge, Elon Musk, Trump, President Trump, and everyone that wants USAID dismantled. The money is given to an organization, could be in this case USAID. The money that then finds its way to various organizations that do harm to the United States of America. Well, how did that happen? How did that happen? Then the money is dispersed, for example, $20 million to Sesame Street in the Middle East. Where are the Democrats campaigning on the following? Yes, we think it's good that $20 million was spent on Sesame Street in the Middle East. None of them ever truly believe in their alleged value system. They're upset that USAID is being completely dismantled. But it's essentially, according to Musk and Doge and President Trump, a slush fund, a way for kickbacks, a way for taxpayer money to be funded into an organization or a government department and then dispersed in ways that the American taxpayer never hears about. You had Senator Ernst the other day stating that when she tried to inquire where the money was going, She was threatened legally. And so there's zero transparency. None of the Democrats truly believe in where the money is going. Like, they're embarrassed. They're mortified that the American public is now finding out that we're paying $20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq and millions of dollars in very bizarre experiments, millions of hundreds of millions, billions for things that American taxpayers never wanted. Okay, and things that don't help the U.S. government in any way, shape, or form. These left-leaning ideologies are shunned by a majority of the world. So you're not promoting U.S. national interest. You're promoting the special interests of the far left or of the Democratic Party. Then you have non-governmental organizations that somehow get the money from USAID, and then that money is somehow funneled potentially to the Democratic Party or to specific Democrats. Let's continue.
Who would spend that kind of money?
USAID is an American intelligence cutout. They've been caught staging coup after coup across Latin America, funding paramilitary groups.
If you are against imperialism and the empire, if you're a left-leaning person, a communist or a socialist who's against the American empire, yet you vote for the same people that Liz and Dick Cheney vote for. You vote for Harris and Clinton and every single militant hawk Democrat. Are you okay with this type of military and intelligence operations in Latin America linked to USAID? You could do research. It's been going on definitely since 2014. I believe 2014 there were some big stories pertaining to USAID and a whole bunch of these types of intelligence operations furthering empire that the left is supposed to be so against.
And getting kicked out of countries for subversive activities. The deeper we investigated USAID, the more it looks like a dark money Democrat super PAC. And if you take all of the executives from USAID, the Clinton Foundation, the Gates Foundation, the World Bank, the WHO, you get a Venn diagram that would tickle Kamala Harris. Burisma got a contract with USAID through Hunter. It was so shady that the Obama White House was like, nice try, and canceled it. Hunter's firm was repping clients who were trying to cash in on USAID disaster relief in Haiti.
And so the fact-checking organizations say, well, it was canceled. Why on earth was that a company or corporation that potentially gave the son of the future president it was so shady we can go into it, but he was preemptively pardoned. Okay, but why was USAID even thinking of giving that contract? That's the problem. The fact-checking, there's zero suspicion from journalists, zero when it comes to the endless examples of potential corruption within the Democratic Party or within the government. Zero suspicion. Well, we didn't find anything. It's like, yeah, you have to question why these things are taking place and question why all these non-governmental organizations are giving to Democrats and why virtually 100% of USAID political donations of the people who work there go to the Democratic Party. Has any journalist ever asked that?
And by the way, the Clinton Foundation worked arm in arm with USAID in Haiti, and $1 billion disappeared, and Haiti is still Haiti. USAID was pouring billions into the hands of open borders groups. We were literally funding the invasion and buying them gift bags as they left. Here's Stephen Miller.
There's probably no entity in the government that is more of an entrenched power center of unelected bureaucrats with less accountability, less oversight than USAID.
So there are wonderful, morally superior liberal Democrats who despise Mr. Miller. Refute anything he has said. Simply claim that $20 million for Sesame Street is a good thing. They'll never do it. Just like AOC doesn't back Medicare for All or Green New Deal or any of that stuff. They cheat Bernie Sanders and Biden in their primaries. They don't even have functioning primaries. Imagine what they're doing to USAID. Hit subscribe. Potential charges incoming. Hit subscribe. Be here tonight for the live stream. Thank you.